It is now day 2 of our IVF journey. A lot of people have asked me why we decided to do IVF. So I'm going to give you a little bit of background about my personal struggles. I also want to disclose that I am not a medical professional, so I'm just speaking from my experience and what I have heard from my doctors. There are a variety of reasons why a woman could struggle with infertility. Personally, I have something called PCOS, or polycystic ovarian syndrome. The word syndrome is really important here. Syndromes can manifest in people differently. Everything I'm about to say is about my body and my PCOS. My husband and I have been trying to conceive a child now for about a year and a half. And some people hear that and think, well, that's not that long. In that year and a half, I have not ovulated, not even once. When we first started off, I tracked my ovulation every day for months, sometimes twice a day, and they always came back negative. So after about 9 months of not ovulating, of testing and having it come back negative, we decided to go see a doctor. Now, the doctor put me on a medication that was supposed to help me ovulate. And after a few months of that, I still didn't ovulate. I did take medication a few times to just make me have a bleed during this time, but it doesn't mean that I ovulated. Fun fact, you can have a period without ovulating, and you can ovulate without having a period. I did not know that. Because I don't ovulate, the chances of us naturally conceiving a child were essentially zero. You have to ovulate to make a baby. So the next step was talking to a fertility specialist, and we found this really amazing clinic who basically laid out all the options for us, the likelihood of each option to result in a pregnancy. For those of you who have tried to conceive, you know how emotionally taxing it can be. And after a year and a half of tracking my ovulation every day, constantly taking pregnancy tests, because remember, I don't have periods. So I wouldn't even know if I was pregnant unless I was consistently taking pregnancy tests. And I was taking at least 2 pregnancy tests a month just to make sure I wasn't pregnant. And taking those tests became very stressful and very triggering for me after a while. There was a lot of tears, a lot of frustration, and it just was so emotionally taxing that I couldn't do it anymore. If you have PCOS, it doesn't mean you're going to have my same struggles. There are a lot of women with PCOS who don't have to do IVF, who can become pregnant in other ways. So don't let that freak you out. This is just my personal journey. I hope this helps, and I'll update you tomorrow.